Welcome back to the Veterans Piston Cup right here at the Motor Speedway of the South. Two of these amazing racing machines will be going on to the finals to race the four other drivers who had advanced. Which two drivers will make it? Let's meet the drivers in this video right now. First up, rocking the number 42 for Dynaco Racing, it is none other than Cal Weathers. Second, rocking the number 11, it is Chip Gearings with that blue, green, and white paint job. In the third spot, Brian Sparks for the Leak Less for the number 52, racing in that beautiful yellow livery. For Vitaline, it's number 24, Brick Yardley coming in the fourth spot. In the fifth spot, number 117, Ralph Carlo fighting his way to see if he can make it to the finals. And last but not least, it's Terry Cargas, number 31, for Triple Dent Racing. You know we'd like to get right into racing, so without further ado, we are rolling into race number 1 of 6. The cars roll to that rolling start, and they go green at the start-finish line. They're out of there, and Cal Weathers leading the pack. Brian Sparks right behind, but it's Ralph Carlo that makes the move on the inside of Brian Sparks. Carlo trying to make a move on Strip Weathers. Sorry, Cal Weathers. Whoa, Strip Weathers isn't out here. He's not a veteran, but he kind of is. It's Cal Weathers down across the finish line for first place, taking 6 points in race number 1. The rest of the pack trickles by, slowly collecting their own points. Fortunately, no DNFs out here, but the real story is Ralph Carlo, who passed Brian Sparks on the inside and then try to make a move on the race leader Cal Weathers. As you see, as they come down towards the finish line, Carlo tries to take the inside in Cal Weathers. Cal Weathers puts a block on him, and they're only inches away from crossing the finish line at the same time, but Cal Weathers takes race number 1. But Ralph Carlo did make a successful pass in that one and will earn himself an extra point because he finished one position forward. And that's how points work. 6 for first, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And if you do not finish, which is very hard on this track, sometimes you do fly off though, you get 0 points. We're gonna rotate these cars 1 position clockwise, and they're out of there again. Brian Sparks in the pole position, Ralph Carlo right behind. Triple Dent, Terry Cargas bringing up the rear, falling back. Brick Yardley not looking so hot out there. Chip Gearings falling into the 4th place. Cal Weathers into 3rd. Ralph Carlo in reverse. Brian Sparks. Whoa, something happened to Ralph Carlo. He caught the edge of the track, spun around, and Cal Weathers made a successful pass. Now Cal Weathers is going after Brian Sparks. To the left, to the right. It looks like they were trading who was going to go inside, who was going to go outside. And at the end of the track, it was still Brian Spark who was able to take the win in that one. Watch this move right here. Cal Weathers coming up on Ralph Carlo. He sees he's in trouble, bounces off the side, and Cal Weathers makes the pass. Chip Gearings is unable to get by Ralph Carlo. Carlo gets back on the track in the forward position and tries to make a move on the inside of Cal Weathers. Cal Weathers is going to the outside of Brian Spark. Brian Spark spins around, and here they come down across the finish line. 1, 2, 3. Sparks, Weathers, Carlo. That was a Carlo. Triple Dent, Terry Cargas, and I'm not even sure what's happening to Brick Yardley right here. He's got to get that car back to the truck and get that thing checked out. It's not looking like it's running too hot out here. He's only rocking 3 points, but with a tie between him and Terry Cargas in the back of the pack. We rotate again. Brian Spark moves to the outside. Ralph Carlo, the number 117 on the inside. Triple Dent, Terry Cargas, and Brick Yardley already falling back. Chip Gearings making a beautiful move on the inside of Cal Weathers. I can't wait to see that in the replay. Ralph Carlo way out in front. Brian Spark in reverse, bringing up second. And here comes Cal Weathers. Chip Gearings. Wait, did Cal Weathers get back past Chip Gearings? I want to see what happened. We're going to have to slow it down in the instant replay and see if we can spot what happened. Watch right here. You see Chip Gearings take the inside, a beautiful pass there on the inside of Cal Weathers. I believe he got by. Maybe Cal was able to hold on to it on the outside lane and pass them again down the straightaway, because as we come to the finish line, you see Ralph Carlo crossing the finish line for first. Here comes Brian Spark in reverse for second, and then Cal Weathers quite a bit ahead of Chip Gearings and crosses for 3rd place. And we still have Terry Cargas, and I think Brick Yardley's coming. Yes, there he is. He's not getting a DNF, but he sure is going creepy crawler slow down the track and across the finish line. Tied for first is Cal Weathers, Brian Spark, and Ralph Carlo. Can we break the tie? We have 3 more races to go. We rotate positions again. The faster cars are starting to slide to the rear. The slower cars are coming to the front. On the outside, we have the 3 points leaders right now, and on the outside lane, they do get ahead of Terry Cargus. The 3 points leaders are out in front. Brian Spark leading the pack. Ralph Carlo right behind. Cal Weathers, 3rd place. Here comes Carlo trying to make a move. What a blur of color as they cross the finish line. I thought Brian Spark was going to get passed right there at the finish line by Ralph Carlo. Watch the speed here as we come down towards the finish line. The real story here is the 3 drivers on that left outside lane got fully outside despite having the longer path around that first turn. Got fully outside the inside 3 cars and broke away. That is going to significantly increase their points gap between those 3 and the 3 in 3rd, 4th, and 5th. I mean 4th, 5th, and 6th, which is these 3 right here. And yes, Brickyardly is still putting along. Someone needs to knock him out of this tournament. 2 more races and you will not see Brickyardly anymore until we take the car back to the garage and see what's going on with it. Maybe take it apart, add some different wheels and axles in there, maybe some more horsepower, and see if that car can compete again in a later tournament. AKA, I have multiples of these cars, and I'll probably just swap it out for a different one next time we see Brickyardly in this tournament. On the inside, pushing from the back, it is Cal Weathers. Carlo trying to slide into 4th place. Here comes Brian Spark on the inside of Carlo. And that right there, folks, is what you got to do to get some points. Sliding sideways is Cal Weathers. Carlo and Spark still fighting for position. Chip Gearing's across the finish line. Who's going to take 3rd, 4th, and 5th? Wow, that was a close one, ladies and gentlemen. We had a pile up. It was called a traffic jam right here. Brickyardly in the pole position decides to move himself to the outside and get away from the lead car, which is Chip Gearing's. Chip Gearing's breaks away, but then Brickyardly causes a traffic jam between Cal Weathers, Brian Spark, and Ralph Carlo. I thought Brian Spark was going to get by right here on the inside, but then he hits Cal Weathers. Cal Weathers slows him down as he spins around. Carlo on the outside. Carlo was going to pass Weathers, I believe, but then he was able to break free just a little bit. It's going to be Yardley, Cal Weathers, Carlo, Spark, and then Cargus as they cross the finish line in that order. And we still have a tie for the top 3 spots, ladies and gentlemen. After 5 races, we have a 3-way tie of 23 points between those 3 drivers right there. Cal Weathers, Ralph Carlo, and Brian Spark. Brian Spark and Cal Weathers in the inside lane now. Ralph Carlo all the way in the back, getting stuck behind Brickyardly and Terry Cargus. He's going to have to put a lot of speed and a lot of moves on those cars if he's going to want to advance on this round. He's feet away from, he does it, folks. He gets by, but can he run down Brian Spark? Not enough track. And oh my gosh, Brickyardly off the track. And he flies off the track completely and falls to the ground. AKA, there's no ground here. This is a real racetrack, and you don't just fall in sinkholes. Just kidding. I'm standing in the hole in the middle of the track and spinning around in circles. This track is not actually flat. It's downhill, if you didn't know. But I was just saying how hard it is to get a DNF on this track because it is all downhill with no flat areas, and we do not see a lot of cars fly off. But I think right there, it was Terry Cargus maybe who hit the wall and pushed Brickyardly. Let's watch that again. Yep, Terry Cargus right there bumps Brickyardly. Luigi gets a little hit there by Brickyardly, and Brickyardly slides completely off the track. And because Ralph Carlo was unable to make the pass on Brian Spark, that will advance Cal Weathers, and that will advance Brian Spark to the finals. Thank you so much for watching, and if you want to watch more of my videos, go ahead and click the box that's going to pop up in the middle of your screen. Until next time, stay tuned, stay passionate, and get ready for the finals, and get ready for more exciting moments right here at Tiny Track Cars.